Welcome to this Excel 2016 lesson, a quick start guide to Excel. All the tools you'll use in Excel are located in the ribbons at the top of the application. There are tabs for the various ribbons, and each ribbon is divided into groups of tools. New to Excel 2016 is a Tell Me help box located next to the tabs where you can type in what you want to do and get help and references for just about anything. Below some of the tool groups there are arrows in the right corner. These offer more options for that group. The Quick Access Toolbar offers quick access to your most used items in the ribbons. To add an item, right-click on it and choose Add to Quick Access Toolbar. The toolbar can be located above or below the ribbon. I have mine below. To change the location of the ribbon, right-click on it and choose Show Quick Access Toolbar above or below the ribbon. There's a formula bar below the toolbar and the ribbon for creating and editing formulas. At the bottom of the spreadsheets, there are tabs for individual sheets, and the sheets can be named by double-clicking on the tab, then typing a name. New sheets can be added by clicking the plus sign to the right of the tabs, and when there are more tabs than can be displayed, you can navigate through them by using the arrow buttons located to the left of the tabs. Now some basics about spreadsheets. Spreadsheets are made of columns and rows. The boxes where the rows and columns intersect are called cells. Cells are referred to by the column letter followed by the row number. For example, this is cell B2 and this C3. Inside of the cells are placed values or formulas which make calculations based on the values in other cells. To type something into a cell, first click the cell to select it. A green outline surrounds the cell to indicate it's selected. Then start typing. After you type something into a cell, if you press Enter, the next row down will be selected. If you're typing items down the rows, you would press Enter after each entry. If you type something, then press Tab, the selection moves to the same row on the next column to the right. If you are entering data across the columns, you press Tab after each entry. If you want the selection to stay on the same cell after you type something, press Ctrl-Enter after typing. If you want the selection to go to the next row up, press Shift-Enter. And if you want the selection to go to the cell to the left, press Shift-Tab. Sometimes it will be necessary to adjust the column widths to accommodate the data in cells. Column widths are adjustable by hovering the mouse pointer over the top of the spreadsheet where the columns meet. The cursor will change to a double arrow. When the double arrow appears, drag the mouse to adjust the width. Row heights are adjustable in the same manner. Hover the mouse pointer over where the rows meet on the left side, and when the double arrow appears, drag the mouse. If there is a currency value that is too large to be displayed in the cell, it will be indicated by the cell being populated with number signs. When this happens, you can drag the column to make it wider. You can also hover the mouse over the top where the columns meet, and when you see the double arrow, double-click, and Excel will make the column wide enough to display the values in the cells. To select multiple cells in the spreadsheet, place the mouse cursor over the first cell you want to select, then drag the mouse down, or across, or diagonally over the cells you want selected, and the green outline will grow to indicate the range of cells selected. The selected cells will be highlighted except the first one selected, which is the active cell. If you type something, it will go into the active cell. To move a range of cells, first select them, then hover the mouse pointer over one of the green selection borders until it displays 4 arrows. Then drag the cells to a new location. Data in spreadsheets is grouped into tables. A typical table contains column headers at the top or row headers on the left side, or both. Here is a table with both row and column headers, also called field headers. They indicate what the data represents. The column headers here indicate that the data is from the months January to April, and the row headers indicate that the data pertains to revenue, raw material, operation, administration, and net profit. This table is unformatted. The field headers should be a different color to distinguish them from the data. The cells should have borders, and the data should display as monetary values. To format the headers, first select them. To select multiple groups of cells, first drag and highlight from A1 to A6. Then hold down the Control key and drag and highlight B2 to E1 to add those cells to the selection. On the Home ribbon in the Styles group, click the button on the lower right of the Styles window. Another way of gaining access to various items in the ribbon is to use the shortcut keys. These are often preferred to save time alternating from the keyboard to the mouse. To use the shortcuts, press and hold down the Alt key. On the ribbon, there are letters to indicate what keys to press for the various tabs. I want the Home tab, so I press H. Now it indicates the keys to press for the groups. I want the cell styles, so I press J. It's worthwhile to memorize the shortcuts for the items you use most often. Now there are plenty of cell styles here. You can also create your own style. I will show how to create styles in a later lesson. For now, choose a style offered here. I'm using this one. Now, to add borders, first I need to select the entire table. To do this, you can drag the mouse across the cells to select the cells of the table. But this is a bad habit to get in, because it's impractical for very large tables. The best way is to first select a cell in the table, then press Ctrl-Shift** to select the entire table. Now you can click the arrow next to the Borders button in the Font group, then choose All Borders. Or, better yet, use the shortcut. Hold down Alt and press HBA. Now to format the numbers as monetary values. The best way to select a series of rows and columns in a table is to select the first cell you want. Then press Ctrl-Shift-down arrow. This selects from the cell to the bottom of the column. Then press Ctrl-Shift-right arrow. This selects all the columns to the right. Now, to format the selection. There are two formats for monetary values, accounting and currency. The difference is with accounting, the currency symbol is aligned to the left side of the column. Negative values are placed in parentheses, and a cell with 0 value will display as a dash. Currency format displays the currency symbol next to the first digit of the number. 0 values are displayed with zeros, and for negative values, a minus sign is displayed before the value. To format the cells for currency, press Ctrl-Shift and a $sign. To format a cell for accounting, press the Accounting button on the home ribbon in the number group. You can also choose from different types of formats by clicking the arrow next to the Format drop-down on the home ribbon in the number group. I'll format these numbers as currency. Now the table is formatted. You can also format a number as currency by typing it in, starting with the currency symbol. Another button to show you in the number group is the percentage button. This will format a cell for percentages, obviously. You should first format the cell for a percentage before you type the value into the cell. If there's already a value in the cell and you press the percentage button, the cell will be evaluated as the value times 100%. If you format the cell first for percentage and type the value, you'll get the value you probably wanted. Just like with currency, you can also type a value in and type the percentage sign after it, and the cell will be formatted for percentage. When working with percentages, you'll probably want to make use of the increase or decrease decimal place buttons in the number group. Well, that concludes this quick start guide. I hope it helps those who are new to Excel and spreadsheets in general. Thanks for watching.